Latoya Williams, persuasive speech.
I have played and watched men and women basketball my whole life. Men have been dunking forever. Women has just started. The women game is changing as women become faster and stronger. Men and women basketball would never look exactly the same, but I am here to persuade you that the rules of men and women college basketball should be the same. There are certainly 5 rules that are different between men and women basketball. Men play with a slightly bigger ball than women. The men three-point line is 1 foot further than the women's. Men have a 5-second closely guarded rule and women don't. Men have a 10-second backcourt violation and women don't. The men have a 35-second shot clock. Women only have a 30-second. The first rule says that men will play with a slightly bigger ball than women because men are bigger physically than women. Men are bigger physically, but this is more than equipment, so this really doesn't count. The second rule is the newest change. The men moved their three-point line to 20 feet 9 inches, while the women line stayed at 19 feet 9 inches. This was changed to supposedly open up the floor and allow more movement and continuous plays. The third rule is the 5-second closely guarded rule. This means the player can't stand there and dribble the basketball for more than 5 seconds while someone is guarding him. They got rid of this rule in 1993, but brought it back in 1997 to promote more plays. The fourth rule is the 10-second backcourt violation. This was done so that a team cannot hold the ball in the backcourt for more than 10 seconds and to allow more continuous plays. The fifth rule is the length of the shot clock. The women have a 30-second shot clock since 1970. To speed up the game, the men held a 45-second in 1985 and went to a 35 in 1994. This was added to help speed up game. I feel as though the rules should all be the same to be consistent in the style of play and being promoted, to prevent confusion of the fans and players, and to help its popularity. The rules of committee, women's basketball has had a shot clock since 1970. This was done to help speed up the game. I feel as it was good of an idea for fans to complain that women's game is too short compared to men's. However, the only rule that are different is allow the game to be slowed down. Since I agree women ball should be smaller, being able to shoot from the same distance as men with a smaller ball is not a problem. Since the men moved the line back to help open up the floor and allow players to move easily and speed up the game, the women should do the same. But not having a 10-second backcourt violation in the women's college basketball, a team can hold the ball in the backcourt for 29 seconds. A team can also discourage for passing since the other team does not have to rush to get the ball across half court. This slows down the game. By not having a 5-second closely guarded rule, a player can dribble the ball for 29 seconds anywhere on the court. To discourage the team from guarding the ball, since the player does not have to pass the ball, this slows down the game. By changing the three-point line, the 10-second backcourt violation, and the 5-second closely guarded rule, the Women's Basketball Rule Committee would accomplish their goal by speeding up the game. The other reason of changing the rule would prevent confusion. In girls' high school basketball, there are 10-second backcourt violations and 5-second closely guarded. In the WNBA, it's 8-second backcourt violation and a 5-second closely guarded rule. This created a lot of confusion of college freshmen and WNBA rookies as they tried to object to the new rules. I also hear fans during my game yelling, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. They don't know that the rules are different. I feel as though more fans would watch women college basketball if they didn't see it as a totally different game with different rules. In conclusion, the rules of women college basketball need to be the same as men college basketball. Both want to have a fast, more fan-friendly game. Having the same rules with the men game achieve the goals. At the same time, the women game would be less confusing to watch and therefore become more popular.